Welcome back to our channel. So fans, today is a beautiful day to dive into some serious Genoa City drama. We have a massive, jam-packed update for you all today. So grab a huge cup of coffee and get comfortable. We are breaking down everything happening with the Winters family right now. Let's just jump right into the madness. And let me tell you, Genoa City is just exploding right now. Because the Winters family is going through it. Like, really going through it. So we start over at society. Lily Winters is sitting there with Holden Novak, and it's just wild. Because they are sitting there trying to process the fact that they are brother and sister. Half brother and half sister, actually. They're Malcolm Winters, and it's a lot to take in. Just a massive identity shift for both of them, but mostly for Holden. Because he grew up thinking Jerry was his dad, and now he finds out his whole life was a lie. His mom lied to him. And now he has a sister, Lily, who is just staring at him, trying to build a bridge. Because Lily is desperate for family right now. She lost Neil, and now Malcolm is sick. Really sick, but we will get to that in a minute. So they are having this really unexpected, intimate chat. Just as strangers who share blood, trying to figure out how to act around each other. And Lily is just so excited about this part of it, the sibling part. She wants to share the news, immediately, because that's what you do when you find family. You tell the rest of the family. So she decides she needs to call Nate Hastings and Devin Winters. Right now, an emergency family meeting, and Holden is like, maybe I should go. He is uncomfortable because he knows Devin hates him. But Lily begs him to stay. She convinces him to sit there and wait. Because she wants to do this together, as siblings. She wants to present a united front, so she makes the calls. And she tells Devin and Nate to drop whatever they are doing and get to society. So while they are waiting, let's jump over to the Genoa City Athletic Club, the GCC. Nate is hanging out there. Probably grabbing a drink or some food, just minding his own business. And he overhears a name, Dr. Stephanie Simmons. And Nate's ears perk up, because he knows that name. He realizes she knows his mom, Olivia Winters. If you guys remember the 90s, you know Olivia and Drusilla set Stephanie up with Malcolm. It's deep history, so Nate walks over. He introduces himself, because he's polite like that. And he's curious about this blast from the past. And Stephanie is thrilled to meet him. She practically gushes over him, saying how handsome he grew up to be, so they sit down. They decide to have a meal together. Just a nice little catch-up session. And they start talking about Olivia, reminiscing about the past. And then the conversation turns to Nate, because Nate isn't a doctor anymore. He gave up medicine. We all know the drama with his hand and the corporate world. So they talk about his decision to leave the medical field. It's just a casual chat. To people with medical backgrounds shooting the breeze, talking about life choices. But here is the crazy part. Stephanie is hiding a massive secret. She doesn't say a single word about why she is really in Genoa City. She completely omits the fact that Malcolm Winters is dying. Aplastic anemia, he needs a bone marrow transplant. And she is here to help find a donor. But she keeps her mouth shut about all of that, just smiles and eats her food, lying right to a former doctor's face about a medical crisis in his own family. The audacity is just insane, but she does drop one massive bomb on Nate, out of nowhere. She casually reveals that Holden Novak is her son, and Nate is just in. His jaw practically hits the floor. Because Nate knows Holden. Everybody knows Holden right now. And not for good reasons. Holden came to town and got tangled up with Kane Ashby. He has that shady past with Audra Charles. Devin doesn't trust him. Nate doesn't trust him. Nate was furious when Holden first showed up using a fake name. And now he finds out this guy is the son of Dr. Stephanie Simmons. It's just a lot to process. Nate's brain is spinning, trying to connect the dots, but he doesn't know the half of it yet. Because he doesn't know who Holden's father is. Because right after this, Nate gets the call from Lily, and Devin gets the call too. Lily summons them to society. She says it's an emergency family meeting. So Nate and Devin drop everything. They rush over to the restaurant, probably expecting bad news about Chancellor Winters. Or maybe something about Mariah, because Devin is super stressed right now. He just filed that rogue motion to throw Mariah in prison for kidnapping Dominic. He is dealing with Dominic's severe trauma. Devin is basically a walking stress ball right now. His fuse is incredibly short. So Devin and Nate walk into society. They walk up to Lily's table, and they are instantly confused. Because Holden is sitting there, right next to Lily, and Devin is just glaring at him. Like, what is this guy doing here? This is a private family meeting. Why is Kane's little pawn sitting at our table? The tension is thick, you could cut it with a knife. Devin and Nate are just standing there, waiting for an explanation. And Holden is looking down, feeling completely awkward, knowing that he is walking into a lion's den. And then Lily drops the bomb, the mother of all bombs. She looks at Devin and Nate, and she tells them the truth. She says Holden is Malcolm's son. He is her half-brother. Boom, just like that. The Winters family tree just grew a new branch. And Devin and Nate are completely blindsided. They just stare at her, then they stare at Holden. It is so hard for them to accept this, because they already have preconceived notions about Holden. They think he is a grifter, a schemer, a guy who lies about his identity. So they sit down, and it's just the most awkward family reunion ever. Devin is trying to process it. Nate is trying to process it. Nate just found out Stephanie was Holden's mom, and now he finds out Malcolm is his dad. It's crazy. His head is on a swivel, but here is the thing. Lily and Holden are keeping a massive secret from them. They are deliberately hiding the fact that Malcolm is sick. They don't mention the aplastic anemia. They don't mention the desperate search for bone marrow. They just focus on the paternity stuff, trying to force this happy sibling narrative. But Devin and Nate aren't stupid. They can feel the vibe. They know something is off. They feel like they are missing a huge piece of the puzzle. Why is this coming out now? Why is Holden suddenly in the picture? Lily is acting weird. Holden is acting weird. But Nate and Devin can't put their finger on it. They just sit there, feeling totally out of the loop. And it's frustrating for them, because they are supposed to be a united front. The core of the Winters family, but Lily is keeping them in the dark, deliberately excluding them from the real crisis. So finally, the meeting wraps up. Holden can't take the awkwardness anymore. He can feel the judgment radiating off of Devin, so he excuses himself. He leaves the table. And it's just Lily, Devin, and Nate, and then Lily's phone rings. It's Malcolm, and you can see the panic in Lily's eyes. She answers the phone, and Malcolm gives her the worst news possible. He tells her the test results came back for the twins. Maddie and Charlie, they are not a match. They cannot donate their bone marrow to save his life. And Lily just breaks, right there in the middle of society. She starts crying, full-on sobbing. The weight of it all just crashed down on her. She can't save her dad because of her cancer history. The twins can't save him. They are running out of options. The clock is ticking on Malcolm's life. And Devin and Nate immediately jump into action. They rush over to comfort her. They put their arms around her, trying to soothe her. Being the good family men that they are, trying to hold their cousin together. But it's just so ironic and kind of tragic. Because Devin and Nate are comforting her, but they have no idea why she is actually crying. They think she is just overwhelmed by the news about Holden. They think she is just having an emotional reaction to finding a new brother, the stress of the family changing. They are completely clueless about the life or death crisis happening right under their noses, and Lily just lets them hold her, crying into their shoulders, keeping the secret, letting them believe a lie. And meanwhile, Holden leaves society and heads over to the GCAC. He meets up with his mom, Stephanie. They sit down to talk. And Holden is just in a really dark place mentally. He is so pessimistic. He tells Stephanie about the meeting. He tells her how Devin and Nate looked at him, like he was trash, like he didn't belong. He tells her he doesn't think he will ever truly be part of Lily's family. He feels like a total outsider, just looking in through the window at a family that doesn't want him. And you kind of have to feel bad for the guy. Even if he has been shady in the past, his whole world got flipped upside down. He finds out his dad is this legendary guy in Genoa City. He tries to meet the family, and he gets rejected by the patriarchs of the family. Devin and Nate made it very clear he is not welcome. So Holden is just sitting there with his mom, wondering where he fits in, or if he even fits in at all. It's a sad situation. A guy just looking for a place to belong. And that's where we leave them for now, but you know this is going to explode. Because eventually, Devin and Nate are going to find out about Malcolm. And they are going to be furious that Lily lied to them. By omission, family secrets never stay buried in Genoa City. They always come out, and when they do, it's going to be a massive blowout. Especially with Devin already on edge. This whole Winters family dynamic is just a powder keg waiting for a spark, and we all know the spark is coming. So we will have to keep watching to see how this all plays out. Will Holden ever be accepted? Will Malcolm get his bone marrow? Will Devin and Nate forgive Lily for keeping them in the dark? There are so many questions, and we are here for all of it. Every single messy, clunky, dramatic moment of it. Because that's why we watch, right? The drama is just too good to ignore. And this storyline is delivering on all fronts. Just raw, unfiltered emotional chaos, and we love it. Keep your eyes glued to the screen, folks. It's only going to get crazier from here.